Hi, welcome to our message segment on this week's spiritual experience with Unity Spiritual Center of Lansing. I'm Reverend Sharon Ketchum, and I'm going to introduce you to a guest speaker this week, Thomas DeSchutter, who is one of our Unity Ministerial students. But first, I wanted to cover something really special because tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. And for years, I have gone to the celebration here in town. It's one of the largest in the country. This year, because of COVID, we get to do it on TV. So it's going to be on Channel 10 Monday night at 7 o'clock. And also, if you're looking for something during the day, Unity Village is having a great celebration of love a la Martin Luther King by some of our Black leaders in the Unity movement. And that's going to be live streamed on Facebook, 2 Central Time, which is 3 o'clock our time. So I do hope you'll find a segment of time to just join together and celebrating this man that brought so much to all of our lives. So we're going to set the tone with some music here by Jan Garret and J.D. Martin. I don't think you've met them before, but they are incredible songwriters. And I just really like this song for this week, Say That. It was a gift that they had recorded earlier this year.
Hi, everybody. My name is J.D. Martin.
And I'm Jan Garret. We're happy to welcome you guys to our living room yet again for another song. This one is called Say That. Let's just do it. Yeah. I love this song. Please sing with us, or you can just shout, Say That. It goes like this. Say that. Say that. Say that. If you don't know how to say what you're feeling, but you feel like you got something to say, when the music all sounds familiar, but you never really learned how to play, if you feel like the next step is waiting, but you don't exactly know where to go, when you're not quite sure of the meaning, but you're certain that you're willing to know, take a chance and say that. Say that, yeah. If you're used to flying under the radar, 'cause you're not so sure you wanna be seen, you've got a much bigger life to step into, but it's still hiding out in your dreams. When you know that your faith can move mountains, but you're scared you don't know how to begin, you can call up your higher power and the courage to come on in, take a chance and say that, yeah, yeah. Say that, say that. When you're sure that your heart will light up the silence in the dark, don't hold back. Say that. Ooh, say that, say that. Yeah. Got a natural inclination to thrive. When we show up, we got to get brave. We can't wait for the band to arrive. If you wanna crack your heart wide open, but the words don't seem to open that door, and you're secretly in love with the feeling, and you're positively jumping for joy, take a chance and say that, yeah. Say that, say that, yeah. Say that, yeah. Say that.
Oh, how much
Yeah.
fun. How much
Say that.
Okay, we can continue on here. Say, sometimes it takes faith to say that, to just really get it out and say what's on our mind. So I thought it was appropriate because this is the month that we celebrate that faculty within us of faith. And today we have with us Thomas DeSchutter. As I said, he's a Unity ministerial student. He's an author, and he also has a couple of very successful podcasts. He lives out in Vancouver Island, up there in our neighbors Canada, and has this wonderful full household with a wife, twins, a dog, goats, and guinea pigs. So he sounds like our kind of people. So I want to welcome Thomas here. Looking forward to this message. And I think you will find it very enlightening too. Here we go. I'm just going to bow out as Thomas comes in
Welcome.
virtually.
My name is Thomas DeSchutter. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of your spiritual practice, your spiritual awakening, a part of your journey. Today's talk is about faith, our ability to believe. My question would be, did you notice that you have the ability to believe? Did you notice that you could, in fact, really give yourself freely to something, to a choice, to a belief, to a way of being, to a way of living? So much so that there's no doubt. And here's why I ask. Because for me, faith is something that you're either in, fully invested, or you're out. There's no 95%. There's no 90%. What do I mean by that? I mean, I believe, but. Or I really feel that this is going to be successful, but. Or I'm going to try. See, whether it's a faith in something greater than ourselves, or a faith or a belief in something that we've visualized or envisioned for our lives, if we're not giving ourselves fully to it, if we don't believe that it is already ours, then I believe it's not going to happen. Because that sliver of doubt, that little bit of doubt that exists, that rests in there, is enough to tip the apple cart. It's like this. I see it this way. When we have our visions, if you're like me and you take part in a practice and you meditate and you ask a deeper question of yourself, what is it I want for my life, or what is mine to do? When we have these visions, and let's call them dreams, these dreams of what we could be, of what we want to be, of how we see our life, I believe that's us actually remembering who we are. That's us getting a glimpse of what we're here to do. The person that we are aspiring to be. So let's look at it this way. If we take a seed, let's take the acorn of an oak tree. Inside that shell, that acorn that's in there, everything that it could be is already there. It's all in there. All the information, all the intellectual property, if you will. All of the hopes and dreams of what it could aspire to be is inside of that. And it's just waiting for the opportunity to burst forth. Roots and shoots, if you will. And that's what I see for us. We are very similar to that analogy of a seed. Within us is this ability to be incredible, open, loving, manifesting, abundant beings. We all have that. It's all within us. And the question becomes, are we going to allow it to fully reveal itself? So when we check in, when we have a look inside here, we take a step back and we have these moments where we're, what am I here to do? Who am I? When we ask those bigger questions, we get answers. And we know that we have within us. We notice that we could believe in something. We know that we could take that dream or that vision and truly believe in it. And if we're willing to give ourselves fully to it, to really experience it, live it, bring it in, work from the inside out of who we are, then there's no stopping us. The oak tree does not have these moments of doubt that it doesn't believe it could be exactly what it is shooting up to be. It knows fully, it is completely given to fully manifesting itself into this beautiful, incredible growth. Of course, the oak tree doesn't have this conscious mind that is continually asking those questions, this ego within us that is doubting us, that is giving us this cause, this pause, if you will, for doubt. And so what we need to do is we need to step away from that. We need to live in absolute faith. And it looks like this. It looks like knowing that all is already given. And knowing it in your core, wholeheartedly, and living in the idea of this or something better. This or something better. So faith is one of our 12 powers, one of our core abilities. And with these core abilities, we all have these traits. For example, if we look at strength, we all know that we have the ability to be strong. We all know that we have the ability to dream. We all know that we have the ability to feel, to love. We all know that. But the thing about the 12 powers is that what we need to do is we need to bring them into our awareness. We need to bring them into our consciousness. It's not enough that they're just here, because they're going to be running within us no matter what. What it becomes is a question of at what level. Are they running the show, or are they just reacting to whatever's happening outside of us? Or are we consciously utilizing them? Think of them as tools. So if we look at faith, faith is our ability to believe. It's our ability to perceive, to have conviction. And when we don't have enough faith, we have distrust. We're skeptical. We're doubtful. We sit on the sidelines. And too much faith comes across as overconfidence, highly opinionated. And so we don't want that. We don't want that part of us running the show, and we certainly don't want to be a bystander to the use of our power of faith. We want to be in that place of belief, believing and letting go that this or something better, of truly giving ourselves over to the idea that has come to us, whether that's a vision for our lives, whether that's visualization that we're doing, or whether that's the belief in a power greater than ourselves. The Great Spirit, the Christ within us, the Buddha mind, whatever that looks like. That knowing and absolute trust in it, that's faith. Sometimes we can get stuck on hope. And hope is good when we might need that spark of something. We might need that beginning of something. Something to hope for. Something to, it's kind of like, I think of it this way. There's a light in the distance that I see, and it's like, But it's one thing to see the light in the distance and to think, I wonder if I could get there. To being in the place of, there's the light, and I'm getting there. I'm going now. And that's what we're talking about. Faith is the color blue, royal blue, and its location is here in the center of our brain in the pineal gland, which is also a gland that believed to be of light, right? It's often been referred to as the third eye because of its light. Now, if I go back to the 12 powers, we put our attention here on that center, that pineal gland, that third eye, that connection to divine mind. If we add something like strength to the equation, strength, that ability to move through, that ability to continue on, to be stable and steady. Strength we find in the small of our back. So now I want you to imagine for a moment that as we're moving forward with faith, we have the ability to call on strength at those times when we might be drifting off course. When those moments might come up, and they will, where we're questioning, where we're feeling like, I don't know about this. We can call on strength. And so imagine for a moment that there's this connection from here, the small of our back, that runs right up our spine and curves here and lands right in the pineal gland. The two are connected. I like to imagine it, if I were to close my eyes, as seeing, one of those skeletons that you might see in a doctor's office or a chiropractor's office. And I can see the spine. And from the small of the back, I can see that line as if it's a white line shooting straight up and then having that gentle curve and connecting right into the pineal gland. And that strength is supporting our faith. And with those two powers, those two core abilities, we can move forward, keeping to our vision, keeping to our visualization, keeping to our belief. And again, it's not to say that doubts aren't going to come along. It's not to say that we're not going to be challenged. We are. Each of us. I am, you are. But we can move through it. I had a time when I was not very spiritual. I guess it's weird to say that because we all are spiritual. Maybe it's just a matter of recognizing it. And when I went for my admissions to enter the ministerial program, I went early, and I lined it up so that I would be there for Sunday. I wanted to attend a service at Unity Village. And I was in the question of, why am I here? Like, really, I have to say, if you knew my whole story, my ending up to be in the ministerial program is shocking to me. I kind of get it now, but when it first happened, I was like, really? This is what? Okay. So I go and I attend service, and I'm asking the question, first of all, why am I here? And show me a sign. Please, just give me something. And so I went to service. There was a guest minister there from Texas, and I forget her name. And she did a talk on Mary Magdalene. However, when she started off, and I have to add, my wife was online watching the service live online. And so I was sitting, 15 pews back in the middle listening. And this minister comes out and she begins. And she talks about Mary Magdalene, but then she says the first thing that she wants to do is refer to the Gospel of Thomas. And I've been to a lot of services in my life. I was raised in a Catholic household. I went to church a lot. At no time has anyone ever started a service, or even during the service, offered to speak about or to speak from the Gospel of Thomas. And of course, my name is Thomas. And I just immediately, that was it. Immediately, I was landed in that spot and realized, yes, this is mine to do. That faith, immediately all doubts were gone. And so I now understand what that looks like. I see what that faith looks like. And I have been challenged along the way. And I know that I've been able to rely on my strength to pull me through. I think it's Michael Beckwith quote, something to the effect of, fear will push us along in our lives until we have a vision that will pull us. That will pull us forward in our lives. And I can say that that was my experience. So I guess in closing, my request, what I see as the opportunity, is if there's doubt in anything that you want for your life, if you've had a vision or a visualization for something greater than what you currently are in your life, or currently who you see yourself being, have the faith that that's who you are. Step into it. Allow yourself to move into it. So I ask, did you notice that you have the ability to believe? Did you notice that you have the ability to be strong? Take the opportunity. Be in meditation for it. Sit with it. And I wish you great success and blessings along the way. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Just going to go on to our next slide here. And I really throw it out to you. How will you practice your faith this week? How will you activate that strength in the small of your back all the way to the pineal gland in your brain? So it's body, mind, and spirit all together. So you may not have an answer right now, but I guarantee you that sometime during this week, something will pop up and you'll start moving in that direction. Oh, just went miss a slide here. First of all, I do want to thank everybody that has supported this ministry. I mean, it's just amazing. It's a walking miracle at all times. I do want to remind you that we are a tithing community, and it's not that just your support goes here, body, mind, and spirit, of the finances, of the prayers, of the personal spirit for unity, but we like to share it with those in our community that are blessing us in so many ways. So next week is your last chance to nominate somebody for a conference choice for 2021. If you want more information, there's some on our website. So we bless and thank all of you that have supported this ministry, and help us go on to support others with that same kind of love and attention. And right now, I know that each of us have been blessed in our own personal prosperity. There have been gifts that have come to us. There have been touching gestures, moments that just make such a difference in our life. And you know, to get together and just to jointly acknowledge them, what we have received, I just find it's one of my favorite things to do every week. So as we open our hearts, we affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I praise, give thanks, and am glad. Amen to that. And I did want to take a moment just to acknowledge that this is our last Sunday at our offices on Michigan Avenue, because we have transitioned to our new property. And I want to just take a moment. This office has served us so well. When we didn't have a home, this became our home. As we were out in the cold and out from the COVID, this has been the place that has served us. So, you know, we bless this even as we bless our new building where we are going to over on Washington Avenue. And just a reminder that we are available in 3 parts. So the opening with Winnie and some of our announcements and affirmative prayer. You just heard Thomas DeSchutter's message on faith. And I hope you'll join us for a little time of meditation, whether it's today and you binge watch all of this, or whether it's another time when you really need that little faith lift. And if you're watching us on Sunday, join us for a live Zoom time. And if it's this Sunday, remember at 2 o'clock, we have a live town hall, a time that we can get together and talk about the new building, what we need to do there, getting your opinions and your ideas, and finding out how we form a team when we're not together in person. So with that, if you'd like to, we will close with our traditional song where we gather heart to heart, if not hand to hand, singing, affirming that is, no matter what's going on, we commit to choosing love, choosing peace. We make that choice consciously to the depths of our faith.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We
binds us that can't be undone. I choose